It was set to be the Fantastic Four for Brendan Rodgers, but it turns out he's just going to have to deal with three of them. Welcome back to Fog Football as Mateusz Bogusz. It's no happening. They will no longer be pursuing a move for Mateusz Bogusz as the transfer has fallen through. And we're here to talk about it. Right, MLS player. Logistics just made this one a pain in the backside for Big Brendan. The Gucci belt has made his trousers fall down because guess what? They would have had to have flown him over. He was in LA Galaxies or LAFC, whatever team he plays for. I'm pretty sure it's LAFC actually. He was in their squad. It was never really going to happen. I think this was just Celtic forcing themselves to be linked with a player to make it look like to their fans that they were interested and they were going to splash the cash, and it's no happened.
Yeah, there'll be no cash getting splashed now. This deal out the window. But honestly, man, I think I look at that Engels and that just seems more like an appealing deal to me. So I think if you had to pick between one of these transfers, you would probably be happy this is the one that's fallen apart. But still, we did hear that Brendan Rodgers was looking to bring in two midfielders for O'Reilly, and we assumed that Big S would be one of them. And it looks like that has fallen out now. It's fallen through.
It's fallen through. £8 million rate it. I mean, if you add him together with Engels, that's 18.
Yeah, but that's what Celtic should be doing, especially when they're making money every year on like 25 or plus on O'Reilly, the Yota money. Am I not right in thinking Celtic should be able to go out and buy a couple of, decently expensive midfielders? You can't cry about the war chest all the time. You can't scream and brag about a war chest and never spend it.
I mean, that is true, but you factor those two together, Austin Trusty, then the loan fee for the Barcelona left back. I mean, you're looking at 25 million there enough.
Well, first of all, they've got that for O'Reilly. Plus, what about we always hear the Champions League? Oh, we get the Champions League money.
Down and
Well, when's that Champions League money going to start getting spent?
Well, when is it going to start getting spent? But I feel like this deal was never on. I think this was just a link to make people think, oh, Celtic are going to Peter Lawley. Listen, they had his umbrella outside St Mirren, and then they were calling him an arsehole, and now he's going to step up to task and actually spend a bit of money. But for this guy, it's no happening. Elsewhere with Celtic, they've actually upped their bid to 10 million for Arnie Engels, so that would actually be their highest ever bid or transfer. Thoughts on that? Breaking Odsonne Edouard. I believe he was 9 million, so 10 million. Guy Bundesliga experience.
Wait, he plays in the Bundesliga, and his club actually want to keep him. So for me, and he's decently rated. If Celtic want this guy, that's the kind of money you're going to have to spend. This isn't, like a third, fourth choice guy that the club are willing to let go.
No.
This is someone that Augsburg actually want to keep. So of course it's going to take Celtic relatively decent money in order to secure the services.
Yeah.
This is just one of those things you ain't going to get cheap.
No, you're not going to get him cheap, but here, I think of the two players who would Celtic fans have wanted, I think it would have been Arnie Engels. In terms of their bid for Austin Trusty, formerly linked with Rangers a million years ago, they've upped it to 5.5 million. So that would be another wee bit of salt in the wounds there at Rangers if they could sign him. Looks like a decent centre-back, formerly of Arsenal. Can't really complain if we brought him in. No, you cannot. Definitely not. But Matt O'Reilly, he's gone. That money. What do you make of the Matt O'Reilly injury? Did you see it?
Is he injured already?
I got Polak 6 minutes in.
Oh, fuck.
Bad tackle. Wasn't a red light, but it was a bad tackle.
Who are they playing?
Crowley in the Cup. Turns out Crowley and Brighton have actually got a rivalry. I never knew about this.
Is he injured or I
think it took off. There's no. I don't know an update on the injury, but it's a weird one because you were intrigued to see how Riley was going to do.
We're never going to have to
being the record. Now you're going to have to wait a wee bit longer. But Mikey Johnson, he's away for 2.5 million, and it's just that is pretty much your Celtic update. I'm not really surprised that this one fell through, as I said, and I think Celtic will probably. I said earlier, I thought if they signed all, I would be shocked if they signed all four. I think they'll probably get the three of them, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just bring in Engels and Trusty gets forgotten about. And I mean, did you agree with that? They were never going to get all of them. It's never going to be the Fantastic Four for Brendan.
Well, they've already got the left back. I think if they brought in Engels and they brought in Trusty, could you really complain?
I think you could, because why is it where it's so late into the window? The guys aren't better in.
I know, but they also brought. I mean, they've also brought in Bernardo as well, and that midfield.
Yeah, well, he's not in the midfield, but it's like they were already there. They were part of the furniture. You know what I mean? They were there last season. 6 months for a day. Big deal there for Bernardo. But that is where we're going to leave it. There's going to be more transfer news to come. I mean, it's literally, there's news dropping every hour. But yeah, it's must be exciting for some clubs to actually have some fucking transfer news. But anyway,
what's transfer news?
What's transfer news? Anyway, till next time. Peace.